The dreams. What's up, my guy? I forgot about my little afternoon nap that I took. I was exhausted this morning, or early afternoon. So I looked up some video stuff and checked on some things for the channel, and then I fucking got really tired and passed the fuck out on the couch. But hi, what's going down? Yeah. I want to be kind of frank about a couple of things, kind of to mix together what we talked about and what transpired on yesterday's stream that I cut up and edited for, I guess clarity or whatever the fuck, right? And succinctness or whatever. I cut out the arguing with the trolls because they don't deserve attention. And, I just kind of clipped the main points or whatnot, right? So there was one thing that was said right before my mod banned everybody that was talking all that dumb shit. And it was something along the lines of AOC incited everyone to do the riots over the summer. And I kind of wish that I had seen that before it got deleted so I could address it. So in weird fashion or whatnot, I woke up this morning and I saw that this guy, Clyde Kerr, had killed himself. And it was a video from Sean King that had popped up. And it was one of those ones where I woke up, gathering myself or whatever, and I opened Facebook and I see this video. So I see the caption, "This is the suicide letter of Louisiana police officer Clyde Kerr III." And I was like, oh shit. So I touched the screen and it refreshed the Facebook. So I'm like scrolling, looking for this video. I'm like, what the fuck? So I searched for it. I'm scrolling. So I found it and I watch it, the whole thing. And it really fucked me up. Now, this isn't the video before he takes his life. This is a video that he's talking about, before he takes his life. But then there was another video where he was in a squad car, which was, right before he killed himself. We're going to watch both videos. Part of the reason why this is fucking me up so much is that this man truly, honestly believed in the job he was doing. He believed he was serving and protecting the community. He thought that he was being a mentor to kids in the neighborhood. That's part of the reason what he did it for, that we're going to get into it. He believed that he was making a way for his family. And through all of this, he saw and heard and experienced and probably had to come to grips with the contradiction of all of those fucking things as a police officer. What's up, Antu? And even though he gives a lot of solutions and a lot of programs and a lot of ideas and a lot of positive things that can be done in the community, he ultimately felt that what he needed to do to really raise awareness was to shoot and kill himself on the steps of his deputy sheriff's department. Now, in most cases, logically, how the media works, that should be the thing we have been talking about since Monday. Not a peep. This man isn't trending. The news articles about him are sporadic and sparse and say nothing. Usually from the police point of view, which he was talking shit about in the first place. This fucks me up. We all summer were talking about why the institution of law enforcement, why the institution of the United States of America, thus its enforcers of law, are trash and are bastards. How many fucking history books do I have to read to you fucks for you to understand that the foundation at which this country is built is fucking murderous, violent, and bullshit? How many? So the concept of all cops are bastards is a concept at which, since the institution that the law is being enforced on is corrupt, the enforcement of the law is corrupt. Therefore, the workers who work within the enforcement of law are bastards. They know what this shit is. And if they don't know what this shit is, there's cops like Clyde Kerr III, or what was this, Rob Montgomery or whatever, the white dude that we talked about over the summertime from Seattle, who did the same thing but just didn't kill himself. That guy got fired. For what? Telling you as an enforcer of the law that the institution that they work in, the industry that they work in, violates everything that they say that they're supposed to do. And they hold on to it, and they hold on to it, and they try to be good cops, and they try to be good cops, and you can't. Clyde Kerr III was a good cop. Where is he? The other guy, other people that we know were good cops. Where are they? Fired, murdered, killed, suicide, anxiety, drug addiction, all this stuff from the trauma and hypocrisy of this institution. And so just because we're not talking about Breonna Taylor no more, which is straight bullshit to me, and because we're not talking about the latest name that we need to say, you think this shit is done? You think that just because we got Joe fucking, the dude who fucking wrote these bills that made the law enforcement as fucked up as it is today, Biden, and who's president now, this shit went away? This shit is still happening. They just aren't reporting it anymore. So this man took it upon himself to tell you what it is, what we can do, and that he don't even want to fucking be here no more. So it's not on me. I'm not the one saying this. I'm not the one feeling this way. I'm going to let him tell you. This is the the Facebook video that was released before the last video that he did before he killed himself. That one's a little longer. We're watching both of them, and we're going to discuss.
Of all of this nonsense of serving a system that does not give a damn about me or people like me, or just about life in general. And this is my statement. If this isn't something to state that this killing that's going on, especially by the police, which I am, I can't abide by this no more. I'm not having anything to do with this nonsense anymore.
Oops. Sorry.
Call me what you want. Try to discredit me. I have been a stellar deputy in this 5+ years that I've been there. My last eval's been sent. It's copied to somebody. I can't be discredited. Never so much as one write-up for maybe some reports being late. None whatsoever. So it can't be said that I was a shammer or anything like that, or I wasn't pulling my weight. And just for contextual purposes, I just want y'all to understand where and what I'm coming from. My entire life has been in service of other people. And it's just dawned on me that this time, as of now, needs to be seized because you don't really give a damn about us. That is the truth. That is the truth. I've served with a full heart in the military. After that, got back into law enforcement, and you have no idea how hard it is to put a uniform on in this day and age with everything that's going on. None. And listen, y'all entrust me to safeguard your little ones, your small ones, your thing that's most precious to y'all, and I did that well. Y'all trust me with that. I've had security clearance in the military. That's verifiable. If I was untrustworthy, if I was a threat, would they let me guard the U.S. Embassy in Kabul? Which I did. I trained Iraqi police, Afghan national police, and that's not it. But I wouldn't have been put in a position of that if they thought I was a threat. But that has allowed me to see the inner working of things. And this is a demonic system, and it's not anything I can continue to serve and want to be a part of. And this is not right. This is no form of justice. Let's go down the list. Both of them shot in his own apartment. How that work? How does that work? Chilling on his couch. I don't give a damn if he had weed in the apartment. You're going to execute somebody for that? Oh no, y'all are good for that. You break up families for a plant, this war on drugs and this nonsense. But now it's starting to get legal because big pharmaceutical companies stand to make billions off of it, and they paid off the lobbyists, who in turn have started ushering the way it needs to go for them. The countless people who are doing time behind that. How do you even make amends for that? You can't. You can't. This Floyd, man, Breonna, this shit is not right. I'm telling you, it's not. If this feels right to you as a person, there's something is wrong with you. This is the furthest thing from right. This is the manner of wickedness that bro. And you're getting away with it. When is enough going to be enough for people? Huh? Seriously. Y'all are radicalizing people, and then when they buck and they want to go against the system because it's not for them, you come down on them with a hammer. I don't understand this. I do not understand this. It's getting to the point now, let me tell y'all something. Again, I'm gonna go back into it. I'm gonna be wrapping up pretty soon. None of this is happenstance. Do you understand me? None of this is happenstance at all. If you think it's possible that all of this is happenstance with everything that's happened in this immediate area, no. Pellerin, I don't know all the inner workings of that, but between that and just, man. Listen, I understand we have a tough job, but we signed up for this. We need help. Because we deal with the bottom rung of society. It does not give us an excuse to just do whatever we want, and that's what we're doing, and we're not being held accountable. And it's just allowed. Not per se in the environment that I'm in, because I don't do normal police work anymore, but I've done it. Look, I was on duty the night Middlebrook got killed. That's hard enough to process when you hear that call come out. I was posted up in front of Troop I, setting up a perimeter, and then they called him. Went back to my normal zone, which was south, Youngsville Highway, see the vehicles going by, about to make that notification. Get another call, another murder. All the stuff that took place that night, the guys who were south with me, we got a letter of recognition because we did our job. That was just one night for us. Police officers need mental health, because you can't tell me what happened in Milwaukee, that should have been caught. The dude was like an automaton. He didn't have any, it was just completely apathetic. That should have got caught. That is a failure of leadership. And it's a systemic thing. Look at it like this. He was the senior most person there, okay? The freshest person there, the rookie, he was like 2 weeks out of FTO. He's not going to check somebody that's got 10 plus years and say something. He thinks it's the norm. He's just going to go along with it. And that is the indoctrination and everything. It hasn't happened here. It hasn't been around me. But I see how it happens. So all this code of blue silence, no, sorry. I'm going to be on the right side of this one. And I would rather be considered crazy and whatever they were going to say about me. Oh, he was under the influence of something. No, that is an easy cop-out just to say that I am. Because that will then allow a dialogue not to be started. It needs to be talked about. This is insane, about to go off the rails. And I'm not doing it anymore. Loved my job. Loved it. Loved every aspect of it. Finally found something I could call my own and made it my own. And but this is bigger than that. And I'm not gonna do that. There's no way I can just be like, oh, okay, it's no big deal. No, this is a very big deal to me. This is a tipping point. And just to continue to think that we can just do what we've been doing and just hitting the status quo like that, and people, no, none whatsoever. This is wrong. It needs to be resisted against, and you have an obligation and a duty to do that. Because if not, you're complacent. As I would be complacent if I continue just doing what I am doing and not saying anything. I'm trying to bring things to people's attention, little small things, but it's a system, and I'm a small cog in this whole big machine. But I'm jumping off. No. Come with me. I don't know. I ain't gonna be around for that. That is on y'all. But I can tell you this. There's more good people than bad. Y'all need to figure that shit out real quick, because it's the truth. It is the absolute truth. And if y'all ain't got each other's back, then they're going to continue to divide and conquer and just sow dissension and everything between people who actually probably make it be out a good ally. But this whole system, this thing that was built on free slave labor, and there's no way this can't implode on itself. We can't continue on. You won't even give us reparations. That's the thing about it. Y'all thinking about money. It's about being decent. And people are so busy calling themselves Republicans and Democrats, they don't even just be a decent person anymore. That is sad. This is a sad state of affairs. We're leaving our children, and we're wondering why they're wilding out, trying to have augmentation and reassignments at 7, 8 years old. This is preposterous. Absolutely preposterous. And y'all are letting them do it like it's cool. Because you want to be able to get away with yours. They'll be like, oh, well, they're doing that. No, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. So, with that said, no sense in griping unless you actually have some things that you can think that they could probably be fixed. There needs to be more civilian oversight, like an advisory committee. I think they need to have term limits, whether they be appointed or elected, a certain amount of hours for being in a ride-along required. Scenario familiarization, put them through scenarios, because the general public doesn't know what we go through. This is it. That night I described to you, that was a bad night for me. That was a bad night for me, just to carry on this. But I processed it. Police officers are exposed to the debris in the bottom rung of society, and then they're expected to keep a stiff chin. It's not affecting them. It is affecting your psyche. I'm telling you it is. You cannot be exposed to that and not expect it to manifest itself in some way. Nobody calls the police when they're having a good day. It's the truth, right? Domestics got robbed, something like that. Something you need somebody in a uniform. Your bad day, that might be the first call on my shift that I'm about to have another maybe half a dozen of those. And I'm lucky if they're not as severe as this one. It might be worse. Anyway, so I think it needs to be, along with this committee, they need to have standardized training, whether that be an abbreviated type of academy, but they need to be familiar with procedures. And they need to be familiar with statutes as per a specific state. But this is what I'm saying, this needs to happen. It needs to almost be based like how everybody was doing their own thing for training before the San Jose model came out. It needs to be structured like that, and it needs to be recognized accordingly, across the board. Mental health and wellness, they definitely need that. Look, we need, I don't know how we're going to do it. We get people get one psyche valve or just checkup, and that's in the hiring process. And some people have squeaked through, because I know some cops that should not be cops, honestly. They just, I don't think they have the makeup for it. And they're going to say, oh, he did. No, this not even night and day. Whether it be, I don't think annual is good, because a lot can happen in a year, whether that be semi-annual or quarterly. It needs to happen. And it is in the stigma that is surrounding it needs to be lifted too, because that is insane. We need help. People need help. It is okay to say you need help. You get exposed to a lot going through life. But only life matters. That's it. You get exposed to a lot. I understand that. I've been exposed to a lot. Peer evaluations, and that's not something as far as the along the lines of trying to be vindictive, but kind of the maybe anonymous red card, blue card thing like we had in going through the selection. More transparency. I understand certain things can't be divulged, but the public doesn't trust us. We are losing the public's trust. We are losing the public's trust. We serve at the pleasure of the public. You lose that, you lose your right and authority to govern. And that is happening. You can't do wicked stuff and then be like, okay, well, cool, we're just doing our jobs. Who are you doing your job for? That's not doing your job. That's a cop-out. That is a cop-out. This is something for me I thought would be better just to add in. Development and expansion of an Explorer type program. I know they've had it before, but kids say they want to be cops, but we're not giving them a reason to do it. And we need to foster more mentorship. And it needs to be more of some kind of a program to help kids stay on a scare straight. Let's bring that back. Let them see what it's like. But also give them a healthy option and just get them out and get them out of their normal hoods or whatever it is. They don't know what else is out there. What we're showing them is the only option we're giving. And then what do you expect? Listen, I'm wrapping it up because I've rambled way too long. Didn't even touch on half the stuff I wanted to, but yeah, this needs to stop. This needs to stop. This is my protest against police brutality and everything else that comes along with it in this broken, wicked, worldly system that does not give a damn about people. I don't know what it cares about, but it don't care about us. It truly don't. It does not. It does not. So I hope y'all do something with that. And then let it not have. No, there's no way that this and the people who have been in touch with me this past week and all this stuff, it has been confirmation that this is. I mean, it can't. There's no other way that this is possibly supposed to not happen. It is. It was preordained for this to happen. Regardless of what you may think, and that's on you. I know what I gotta do. Search your heart, find out what you gotta do. Everybody has a different role to play. This part, this one, this is mine.
I don't know about you, but that shit is heartbreaking to me. This